Hello and welcome to PCMag Live. I'm Dan Costa. He is Max Eddy, and
Hello.
we've got a great Cyber Monday edition of the show for you. We're going to take some of your reader questions. We're going to talk about the top tech news of the day, and we're going to pull some cool things off the shelf in the lab and show them to you live on camera. But first, a word from our sponsor. Intel would like to invite you to their new Intel Experience store in Nolita. It's a unique, ever-changing environment that provides an opportunity to get your hands on all the latest Intel tablets, all-in-one PCs, laptops, everything, and free coffee.
Free coffee.
Free coffee, local entertainment, and an exciting new way to experience and shop for technology. You can also bring in your old electronics and recycle them to benefit local charities and schools. Catch the Intel Experience store at 262 Mott Street in Nolita in New York City. And for more information, you can go to intel.com/stores. Now that that's out of the way, let's move on to the top tech stories of the day. Today is Cyber Monday.
Indeed.
Lots of great deals online. I don't know if you've gone shopping already today.
I don't believe in shopping.
Okay, but everybody else in the world does. And people are on our site shopping, but we have a couple of things you got to remember when you go shopping online. You're pulling out your credit card, you're giving your personal information away. There are tips for staying safe online. Max, you've got a list of 10 of them on the site, but just give us 3 essential Cyber Monday shopping tips.
Well, the most important thing, as always, is to use the tools that are available. Make sure you turn on your anti-phishing protection on your browsers, install antivirus software on your computer, keep it up to date, and make sure that your software, your operating system is up to date as well. Another good tip, I would say, is to use your credit card, not a debit card. Credit cards have a lot more protection. You can just void those charges. You can negotiate it a little bit more. It's a lot easier. I think those are the really big ones. Just make sure you remember you're sending out your information, so anything could happen.
Yeah, and use password. I'll just add my personal favorite. Use a password filler form application. I am a big fan of LastPass because all these sites ask you if you want to save your personal information, and it's a drag to enter your address and enter your credit card all those times. It's so tempting just to say, click that button and say, yes, save my personal information.
I mean, in general, there's no real reason to create an account on some of these services when you can just click a button, enter it, and it'll let you check out as a guest. I would recommend doing that as well. LastPass is a great piece of software. We have reviews of it and antivirus software up on our website right now, so be sure to take a look at those.
Yeah, lots of great stuff on our site. Good luck getting through today's shopping season. It's much easier to do it from your home on your computer than have to fight the crowds in the stores.
Absolutely.
I just get massive amounts of deliveries. Also in the news today, we've got, speaking of massive amounts of deliveries, Amazon is testing the Prime Air drone delivery service. This is literally exactly what it sounds like. Amazon is going to figure out a way to deliver packages via drone to your home within 30 minutes in metropolitan areas. Sounds crazy. Sounds a little bit crazy, but at the same time, sounds exactly like something Jeff Bezos would want to do.
I mean, I would actually argue that it is crazy. You have these little quadcopters or 6-rotor helicopters flying around within 10 miles of a distribution center. They can carry up to 5 pounds. So if you can just imagine with me, you're walking to work one day and 5 pounds of somebody's packages falls out of the sky and onto your head. That seems like a problem.
It seems a little dangerous. Could be some security issues.
Major security issues, but it's not going to be a big deal for a while because the FCC is actually, FAA has banned drone activity in the U.S. airspace. So until that clears up, these are never going to get in the air.
Yeah, it's going to be a couple of years, but I mean, at least they're experimenting with it. And I think it's a fascinating story. If that scares you, you'll also be scared by the fact that there's test drives. We've had driverless cars for a while. Here and there, they're being tested in California. They're being tested in Nevada, I think.
Yep.
But now the first large-scale, massive rollout of driverless cars is going to be 100 driverless cars hitting the road in a town in Sweden. And they're all going to be on the road at the same time.
That's what it sounds like. I think it's, as you said, 100 cars, but it's only going to be certain amounts of roadways, like 30 miles or 50 kilometers of roadway. So it's not really everywhere in Sweden. And I'm sort of interested in the legality of this. Are they just blanket legalizing driverless cars? Or if you're in driverless mode outside of the driverless areas, are you still going to get a ticket? It's going to be interesting to see how this works, but it's also interesting to see that Volvo and Sweden as a country is sort of trying to position itself as the company and the area to do driverless cars, sort of like what Toyota did with the hybrid vehicles. When you think hybrid, you think Prius, you think Toyota. Maybe we'll be thinking driverless cars, Volvo, in a couple of years.
And safety. I mean, it's sort of piggybacking on that safety thing. Again, taking that issue, everything. The one question everybody has about driverless cars is, will they be safe? If Volvo is going to make driverless cars, they're going to bring that safety brand. They're saying that this will be safer than having humans drive cars.
Yeah, they're saying that they're not going to have an accident in any Volvo vehicle by 2020 or something. It's a very lofty but admirable goal.
Yeah, it's very interesting. We'll be following that, and we'll see if we got to get some video of that, of 100 driverless cars driving around.
That'd be amazing.
We'll get some video. That's the top tech news for today. Let's move on to our reader question. It's a question from Luke, who sent us an interesting question, which is that how can I give Bitcoins to somebody that isn't very tech savvy? First of all, why would you want to give Bitcoins?
That's my question. Somebody really needs to explain that to me. Why would you ever give Bitcoins, and why would you give Bitcoins to someone who isn't going to use them?
Yeah, I mean, the trick, first of all, it's very, very hard to do. You can acquire Bitcoins relatively easily. You have to build a wallet so you can actually carry and store your Bitcoins.
Right.
There are a few places that let you use your Bitcoins, but I mean, there's a lot of work here. There are easier ways to send cash.
Yeah, I would actually say that a PayPal or Pop Money, any of those services that connect to your bank accounts that only require, I think, an email address, or in some cases a cell phone number, is probably a better way to get money to someone, unless you're trying to make illicit drug purchases online. Bitcoins, I don't really see the point.
Google Wallet, I just got my Google Wallet card. Yep. I'll be setting that up later on today. There's just, I mean, you can, our answer is that there's really no easy way to do it. It will require a heavy lift, and if somebody's not that tech savvy, they probably won't appreciate what you're giving them.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah, so just don't do it. Now it's time for one cool thing. We test thousands of products here at PCMag Labs. Every day we pull one thing off the shelf to show it to you, and today that thing is actually a collection of smaller things. These are not ordinary Legos. They may look like ordinary Legos, but they are not. These are the special Kuso branded Legos.
This one is Minecraft. This one's actually started as a Kuso. Oh, I should explain. Kuso is sort of a Kickstarter program that Lego does, where people can submit designs and have them voted on by the community, and then Lego will attempt to turn them into actual sets. Let me get this right up in there. These are the Minecraft sets. This is the Nether. I just showed you the Village set before. And there's a lot of interesting things going on in here. And this one, if you wouldn't mind putting that one right there, that is the Back to the Future DeLorean with lifting doors and all sorts of crazy stuff in there, and some special minifigs. Now, you looking at these and you might think to yourself, this would be great for my son and or daughter, but I would actually say that this is probably better for the adult nerd in your life. Like, just look at this model here. It's a pretty complex thing. It's got a lot of interesting building designs, a lot of studs, not and tops, reusing pieces in interesting ways, but they're hard to build. Like this one right here took me about 2.5 hours to put together, and it's got lots of cool stuff in it.
2.5 work hours.
2.5 hours of work. I was paid an exorbitant fee to put this together. But it's the kind of thing that would probably frustrate a small child or even just an impatient adult. So I would say that if you have a kid that's really into Minecraft or really into Back to the Future, and they're more interested in building Legos rather than sort of playing with the sets as toys, these would be great gifts for them. Or give them to your adult nerd friends and family. Yeah. I've got these on my desk. They're great desk toys.
These are toys for adults.
Yeah, basically.
That's basically what you're saying. They are wildly popular here at PCMag Labs. Everybody's got kits. Everybody's got sets. And
this one is, by the way, $35, and $35 for both of these here each. So they're also kind of pricey.
So they're not cheap.
They're not cheap.
They're not cheap. You can find out more about these Legos on PCMag.com, and possibly even click on a link to buy them because it's Cyber Monday and you got to go shopping.
There you go.
That's PCMag Live for today. Max, thanks for coming and hosting with me. Join us tomorrow. We'll be live on air then. And remember to send us your questions via email, on Facebook, on Instagram, and we will answer them live on air. Thanks for joining us.
So long.